Yo, Corey, my man. How are you, buddy?
What's going on? I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's good to be going into spring.
I know. Some good weather headed outside, headed our way.
Dude, and daylight savings.
Well, let's talk about those things.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Trailside Dukes. Appreciate you being here with us. I think we're just going to jump right into our new segment today, Tony. What do you think?
Jeez, you're excited, Corey.
I'm springy. It's almost springtime. We've had some nice weather outside.
You're like a 8-year-old in front of the Christmas tree. You know what I mean? Like about to open his first present. You're excited.
Well, when the season changes, I mean, we go through 4 seasons here in our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And I like changes of the season. I like doing new things. I like having different hobbies where, it fits the season. So I still hope to get some more ski days in, but I'm ready to start hitting the mountains and hitting the trails for mountain biking.
I like how you talk, Corey. Didn't you just go for your first mountain bike ride of the year?
Well, yeah, that was last weekend, I think.
Yeah.
It got a little muddy. It was good.
Like greasy.
No.
Pig going through the mud pit.
Not really. I mean, there's still some parts where the north facing parts of things are still under snow and
Did you
stuff
go
like
like
that.
oink oink?
I did, and I could have at the end. I was kind of muddy, but it was just fun to get up there again.
Did you crash?
I didn't crash. That's a win. It's a win.
Nice
right?
work.
That was a bad high five.
Nice work, Corey.
Well, should we get into this and go beyond the trailhead?
Corey, let's go to beyond the trailhead.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you had a good idea today.
I've had many.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that.
You should tell Jess that.
I'll share it for you.
Okay, thank you.
We're friends.
I would
That's what
appreciate
friends
that.
do.
Oh, you're a good man.
So I'm looking over here. You have a little show and tell, and we thought it'd be a good idea to run through Tony's pack that he carries with him when he goes mountain biking, right?
Why not? Super fun. Yeah, let's start the season off talking about what's in your pack.
Well, let's get this thing out.
I wouldn't recommend it for most people, but for my pack, it's very personalized. Right? Might not work for you.
I think everybody needs to personalize their pack, right? Like one of the things that I know I have in my pack that you don't have in your pack.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take away from your pack at all, but
you want to talk about your pack?
Well, no, I'm just going to... One thing that I have in mind that I know you don't have in yours is I carry sometimes a little packet of fruit snacks. Most of the time I do. And you know why, because sometimes I kind of bonk and I need a little pick-me-up. So I got my fruit snacks. Anyways.
There's no such thing as bonk.
All right. Well, when I'm trying to keep up with you and Nick, I kind of bonk out.
There's no bonking.
But then give me a second, and then I've got my fruit snacks. I'm right back in there.
Fruit snacks do it for you, man. Your fruit. You need something fruity.
I need a little fruit.
Yeah. Why not?
So let's talk about your pack. What do you have in here? Let's take us through this thing.
Corey, do you want to open the zipper?
It looks like it's already busting open with what you got in there.
So
do you carry that thing around?
This is a Dakine, right? It's a little bit muddy because it's been a little muddy lately. You get a little muddy because it's...
Yes, we got a lot of snow.
We had a lot of snow melt
stuff,
fast, but we rode Beacon last Saturday, and a lot of it was dry. There were some muddy sections in the shade and stuff like that.
Tell the folks, if they're not from around here, Beacon. Like, where's Beacon at?
Okay.
Because we live in North Idaho, but if you're going to go to Beacon,
right.
What do we got?
And because we live in North Idaho, to tell with other people about secrets of the Northwest.
Yeah,
it's in Texas.
So a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, we don't
right?
we don't tell our secrets here.
You
want to know our
secrets
secrets
back in one day.
If you want to know our secrets of good rides, you know what I mean. What do they got to do, Corey? They got to send us an email.
They can send us an email. What's our email address? You learned this last week.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Our email address is
Trailside
trailsidedukes at
gmail.org.
.com.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
So, yep, you can email us. We can give you a list of hot spots in the Northwest.
Okay.
How about that?
I like it. Now, can I go through this, Corey?
Yes, take us through it.
So it's a little muddy, whatever. It's a decline. It's kind of like their soldier one where it's like, if you fell in the woods, nobody would see you because this is like camo.
Yeah.
Okay. So in your pack, what do you got in here?
Is that your first thing?
A koozie.
Is that the
Dolphins koozie?
Why do you have a Dolphins koozie in your pack?
In case you ever ride with me again. You know what I mean? Then I just, after the ride, I just give you that and you're happy. You got your own Dolphins koozie.
I don't believe you because it has been known, this almost looks like you've used it. It has been known that if you
it's a bottle one,
need to go to the bathroom all of a sudden on the side of the hill.
Yes.
I have heard you talk about utilizing a koozie to, clean up your mess kind of thing. Well, is that why you carry one of these?
No.
And why is it a Dolphins one?
Let me tell you.
Why don't we use a Packers one if you're going to do that?
If you've asked the question, now you got to stop talking so I can tell you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, the story you were telling is true. Yes, I had to go to the bathroom on the trail. I had to do a number 2. It's Trailside Duke, right?
Right.
And I didn't have any TP, but I had a koozie because see this little setup right here, where you have your tire, right?
Yeah, you got a spare.
So right
tube.
Right now, I got a spare tube packed in pretty good on this little pouch thing here, right? But I had seen somewhere, I don't know, like a magazine or something that talked about like this is actually a better holder for it because sometimes it does pieces. I'll find like sometimes there's a piece hanging out here and I have to like
tuck it back in.
Whereas this just keeps it all together
and compact and a little protected in case.
When I was looking for TP and I didn't have any, the koozie became pretty good.
And it was nice and soft, and you liked it.
I think I sent you a picture. Okay, so what
else you got in there?
Yeah, okay.
Let's see.
You got to have a speaker. I recommend the Exo Gear. That's not real light.
You carry this around?
Feel that.
You bike with this?
Yes.
This is heavy.
Yes.
But one of the things I've noticed is that you don't use like headphones or something. You like to play with the speaker for the whole mountain to hear.
Exactly, Corey.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to run into animals. I want to scare them. I want them to hear me coming. And if you have headphones in, like, I did the one time when a bear cub came out on Canfield when I was up top.
Yeah.
And I had the AirPods in and I saw the cub scoot across the trail. And then I was like, holy moly, that was a cub. So I got off my bike, went backwards. And that mama bear jumped out. My first thoughts was she was big. This was a big bear.
It was like a Kodiak, from what I've heard. Like you told me, it was like as big as a Kodiak.
Oh, huge!
Coming
bear.
at you,
huge bear, and
huge.
Charged at me, and I was like, you're this is a life or death situation. So I just instinctively just yelled no, like no.
Through your speaker? You had like a microphone? Oh, no, you had your headphones.
Yeah, I had my
time.
Headphones, right.
Oh.
Okay, so, she stopped, and then like in the movies, she stood up on 2 legs, and when she stood up, she was taller than me. Like, she was big.
Wow.
And was doing this weird sniffing thing, and I would continually just slowly kept backing up. And she got back down on all 4s and galloped at me again. And I yelled no again, and she stopped, and we stared at each other from about 10 feet apart.
Did you flex like I'm bigger than you?
No.
Intimidator?
I pooped me pants, Corey.
You had to use
yeah.
another koozie. How many koozies do you go through?
I didn't poop my pants, but luckily, like what was like maybe 3 or 4 seconds of looking at each other, which seemed like 100 seconds.
Yeah.
I heard this whoop, 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 and a helicopter was going over Canfield just right at that time. Right at that time, you know what I mean? And so she got spooked and took off, you know what I mean? Probably the 20 yards we had kind of like gone across and then went down after her cub. But that's why I wear, or ride with this speaker, Corey.
Now, is this a new thing?
Dude, this is not a cheap speaker.
Have you you haven't used this when we biked together.
Yes,
I don't think.
this is the one
really?
I mainly use. I do have a
I
smaller
thought you
one.
used to. Yeah,
I do have a smaller one.
Oh,
Yeah. I should have brought that one down here, but I mostly use this one because the charge lasts so long. The other one lasts maybe 2 rides.
I guess. I mean, would you tell everybody to use a speaker like this or a smaller one?
Not
or
at
something?
all. I think it's
That's
all
just
personal,
what it is.
right? Like,
okay.
What some people don't like.
Here's a good one. This is actually one a lot of people don't think of.
Yeah.
Right? An EpiPen.
Yeah, you can tell them why, because our buddy Tony.
Well, that wasn't. I mean, he wasn't mountain biking, but I mean, these can come in handy anytime. And
tell him what happened to him.
Well, he got stung and
in his backyard.
Yeah, and he
mowing the lawn,
and he had a bad experience. He went down, and EMTs had to come and
he did
basically save him.
Yes,
this is very handy to have. It's going to add a little bit of weight, but you're mountain biking. It's not
put that down.
I want to also say something about this. Good to have if you go on hikes. If you're going on a hike when we go with our buddies or something like that.
You got one, I got one.
Make sure everybody has an EpiPen or there's one and everybody knows where it's at. Let's not show them how it works.
That's on the next episode.
Dude,
I get to
stab you right in the forehead with one.
I get to stab you.
Or in the neck.
All right, put these in a nice place.
Right
here. No, don't.
Right here, right next to it. Okay. Good. That's good. I'm glad you have that.
Hold that.
All right. What do we got here?
CO2. Quick fill of your flat.
Yep. Repair your flat. Fill it up with air. Right.
So that's supposed to hook into my little. Yep, it is.
Deal right there.
So then
you can just shove it in.
Right there. That's your way of like putting it into the tire.
Right.
If I did it right now, dude, you would just
lose an eye. Let's not. Okay. Let's save a cartridge.
Okay.
All right.
Multi-tool.
What else you got?
That's
a nice little small.
Not really.
Multi-tool.
The problem is it's so like when you're really trying to fix and they wiggle around a lot. See how they wiggle?
Yeah.
I need to get a new tool. This one drives me crazy. Okay. And it's gotten pretty rusted.
But a multi-tool.
But it works. It will do the job. Yeah. You might curse a little bit. What else do we got in here, Corey?
I'm thinking you got like a bag of Oreos or something.
What's that?
That's a tire lever.
Yeah.
For repairing or getting your tire off. So if you need to add a tube or whatever.
Yep. There's another way of connecting to the CO2.
Yep. You got that for your CO2 cartridge, connects, and then you can
Corey, don't do it.
Push it into your tire and inflate.
Okay. What's this? That's for that snake thing. This is different. Do you know what I'm talking about?
A snake thing.
What's that?
Snake thing. What are you got? That looks like ammo. That looks like.
No, that's what you jam into a flat tire. Yep.
Well, you can't even tell what this is. It's so.
Yeah, you got to take it out.
Yeah, you might need to take it out to show the people. I've got this thing. This is for a snake. Oh, I know. This is for your worms or something.
Yeah,
where you go and to plug it.
Yeah.
That's for your plugs.
So what is that?
Like if you had a hole in your tire, you'd put the worm in there and you can poke it in and then trim off the ends.
I have no idea what that is. Your guess is as good as
mine. So you're packing it around for nothing.
Nothing. And there is a little knobby in here. But
another tool that you have on your multi-tool, actually. Okay.
Corey, you know what that is?
That looks like a new batch of TP.
Got to have some TP,
before the koozie.
What's in here, Corey?
You just got a bag of... Looks like a bag of dirt.
No.
A bag of...
This is a chain link.
Ah, good idea.
Yeah, a little chain link.
In case your chain breaks or something like that, you need to replace some parts of your broken chain, put it back together so you can get off the mountain or keep
probably
going
need
up.
A better, whatever.
That bag had me concerned.
Yeah. Corey, what's that? Are you
looks
serious?
Like a piece of another multi-tool.
I just showed you the chain link.
Right? Oh, yeah. That's your chain repair tool. Sorry. I had to...
You actually can poke out, the chain little mechanism and then
right, and then replace it with one of those.
And you pop it back in. Yep, I've used this a
few
times.
Pops the pin in between the chain links.
When you're on the trail, right?
Yeah.
And you want to get back.
I thought that might have been on your multi-tool. Mine's on my multi-tool, so no, I'm not touching that. Look at it. It's got brown on it. Get that away from me. Used toilet paper in there, rust. And you just threw it rust. On my face.
Get that off the floor.
There's no way that's rust.
Just vacuum.
Why would you be worried if it was just rust?
Pick that up.
I'm not touching it.
It's rust.
I'm not touching it. Oh my! Here, I'll touch it with this.
I think that's it, Corey. I've gone through my whole bag.
That's it, huh?
That's it, baby.
Good. Well, though, I think that's some useful information.
Yeah. Now you put it all back.
I'm not touching any of this stuff anymore.
Okay.
You got your little thing there.
Okay. Well, we'll put it back after the show, eh?
Awesome.
Yeah, good times.
Really good. Weather's nice. We're getting back out on the trails. It's another season, so I think it's great that you took us through this and you got some of the important stuff there.
Thanks, Corey. Right? It was my pleasure.
Nothing else, huh?
Well, check this out.
Oh, you got a Band-Aid in there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
We missed that.
Yeah.
Band-Aid.
Do you carry that around for me when I'm riding with you?
Yes.
Because I'm probably going to need it more than you.
Yeah, you do.
Good, because I don't carry any bandages.
Bandage.
Wow.
Oh, look what else I found. Dude, this is like it's like a magic show.
You just keep pulling stuff out of there.
Magic show.
So why do you have a zip tie?
You never know when you got to like put something together.
Yeah.
Or one of your zip ties might break off of your brake area or
right.
Your drivetrain area, whatever.
Yeah. I've had that before where I've needed to like zip tie, brake cord or something, like a guard down near the chain.
Yeah.
Just zip tie it on. I had it on the truck forever for a couple seasons, but yeah, that's a good idea too. I like it. Good job. You're prepared. You're like a little Boy Scout on wheels.
Yep. Why
nice. Not? Okay.
Okay.
Well, should we go into I'm Mad?
Let's do it, Corey.
All right.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Well, do you have anything you're mad about this week? No.
Not at all, Corey.
Nice.
Yep.
I have something I'm mad about that I'd like to share. Well, I mean, it's more of like, I'm not super mad, but it's something that's funny that happened that actually the guy that I'm going to talk about was way more upset than I was.
Okay.
So going down 4th Street the other day, right? Headed towards the freeway.
Yeah.
And it's right before the light where you would turn to go to Costco.
I'm listening.
Okay. So this guy pulls out in his FJ Cruiser.
Oh, geez.
And he is...
sounds like a Seinfeld episode.
It kind of is. So he pulls out in front of me, and he's not going very fast. He doesn't get up to speed or anything, and it's a 35-mile-an-hour zone.
Okay. You see this guy?
I see him. Like he didn't cut me off. No, he was in front of me.
In your rear view.
What are you talking about? He was in front of me.
Okay, he was in front of you.
So, anyways, he starts like braking. Like he's braking so hard that he's almost coming to a complete stop, and it's weird. It's like very sporadic. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself as I'm seeing this, like, I think something's wrong with this guy's car. I'm not holding that.
Okay.
Gosh. And will you stop packing? I'm telling a story.
I'm listening. I don't have much time. I'm listening. Go ahead.
And
dude, I have to be strategic when I'm putting this stuff back in.
So,
will you hold that?
No, I'm not holding anything.
Okay.
I'm holding my beverage, and that's about it.
Okay. Would you tell the story, please?
So the guy's car is just like jolting and stopping. I'm thinking like something's wrong with this car.
Yeah.
Like it's acting very weird.
Yeah.
And then he wants to go right, but he doesn't use the turn indicator. Like he's going to turn right or he's going to turn left. He tries going both ways. And I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Because there's nowhere for him to go. There's no turning. And finally we go up a little bit more. And then he finally is able to turn.
Okay.
And he gets over in the median.
Yes.
And so I go, okay, I'm passing him.
Yep.
And so I pass him and I go around, but the stoplight turns red. And so as I'm passing him, I hit the horn. I just like boop boop, like, hey, you need to get off the road.
Wow.
Go figure this out.
Dang.
I just a little beep beep, and I kept going, and then I stopped. But he pulls.
Just a little beep beep can be pretty disrespectful.
Well, apparently, he pulled in back in behind me.
Yeah.
And by that time there were 6 other cars behind me, so they saw everything that happened. And so I stop at the stoplight. He pulls up behind me and starts honking his horn. Now this guy's like twice my age. I don't know what he's got going.
100?
Maybe he's late for bingo or something. I have no idea.
You think he was late for bingo and mad?
I don't know what he was.
Maybe he was mad because you honked at him.
I think that was part of it.
Dude, there's no think.
But then
Of course he was.
I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and he goes full middle finger, like right up to the windshield. Like he wanted to like push through his own windshield and put it through my back window and hit me in the head with it, kind of thing. Ooh, I just hit the mic. Sorry. And so he goes 1 here, and then he goes 2, and he's just like really going at it, throwing 2 middles, and he's like tweaking them out a little bit. And I just started kind of laughing, and I think you could see me laughing. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, this is kind of funny. So I just start waving. I'm like, hey, and then he just keeps getting in there. Like he's trying to push his face up against the windshield of the FJ. And I finally just start pointing. I'm like, telling him like, you need to pull over. You need to get off the road until you can figure out like what's going on either with your vehicle or where you're going, because you have no clue, buddy. And then I start thinking like,
you were going to tell him.
I think this guy's going to get out of his car and come up to mine. And for a second, I started thinking about, well, maybe I'm going to lock the doors, right? We've all seen those little short things where the people get out and they start punching the car and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I'm going to lock the doors. This guy's crazy. And then I was like, what? I'm not going to lock the door. This guy's like...
You talked yourself out of
I
it.
can take him if it comes down to it. I'll get out of the car. Yeah. And I was like, I got 5, 6 cars behind me that have seen all of this, and they know this guy's crazy.
Dude,
so
you're a warrior.
Well,
and you
but
trust
then,
every one of those people to get out of their car and help
I don't know. It's North Idaho. He shouldn't get out of his car if he's smart.
Neither should you.
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe I could take my chance, but
so what happened?
None of us got out of the car.
Were you
He
mad?
just stayed with it, and then I wasn't really that upset. No.
How many times were you looking up in the
I'm just more upset of like,
were you like,
dude, like figure it out. Like if you can't be on the road, then get off.
Okay, well, you made him mad. Dude, he gave you a double finger bomb.
It was big. It was so funny the way he was doing it. It was like, he was just trying to like, you could see it in his face. He's like, it was so funny. So anyways, I thought that I'd throw that into the I'm mad segment.
Corey, I am glad that you take humor in somebody else's pain. Like, I don't judge, but, geez.
Respect your elders, kids.
Oh, boy.
Yes. I don't know. I didn't start it. Did I?
Well, you honked your horn.
And I let him finish it. Pretty much, kind of.
You let him finish it?
Kind of. I just drove away once it turned green, and he couldn't keep up with me. I don't know what he was doing. He still wanted to go 2.
Not many men can.
Dude, they can't. He should not be allowed to drive. I don't want to categorize anybody here, but he should not be allowed to drive.
Okay.
So
now you're starting to sound like Stalin.
Have you ever had one of those moments where,
never,
like everything's fine, but then somebody else is just totally ticked off, or maybe you didn't notice?
No, it happened to me once, right in front of the Silver Lake Mall on Handling.
Really?
Yep. So that traffic was backing up. I was heading west, so traffic was backing up, and I was coming up to a spot where like people were coming out of the mall.
Oh yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm gonna slow down and leave a spot open because this guy could just, instead of him waiting like 5 minutes till this thing comes, I'll just let him in.
You're being nice.
So
let a car through.
When the light turned green and people started moving, I paused and let him go in. Well, some dude on his motorcycle was flying up to the, up Hanley. And he saw a green light, but when I didn't go, he thought I would go, and he wasn't paying attention that I was letting somebody in. So he had to avoid me.
So he didn't hit you.
Cut into the middle lane, whatever. And then light turned green, and I'm going, and he's yelling at me and crazy. And I'm like, dude, I was letting somebody in.
Did you have your window down? This is nice weather.
Yeah,
or
it was
something?
summertime.
Yeah, so he's yelling at you through your window.
Totally.
Wow.
Yep. So, and we got stopped at the red light because the line was so long.
So you're going to talk about it now.
So, we're talking about it. So he's like, he's off his bike yelling at me and stuff.
You parked it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So whatever. I wasn't backing down. Like, he's yelling at me, and I just had the window open. I'm like, dude, I was letting somebody in. Like, wow, you shouldn't do this, that. And I said, hey, sorry, but I'm just telling you, I was just letting somebody in. So, some people, they just got to get that anger out,
Yeah.
Get it out.
Well, and rules of the road, he's behind you, so he's got to be aware of what's going on, right? You probably had your brake lights on.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Happens.
Right.
Yep. I don't judge Corey, so, poop, he lived. So did I. So did you.
Yeah, nobody died.
Nobody died.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Count your blessings every day, Corey.
Well, if you want to count on something, you can count on going to the shop and having our goods delivered right to your door. Right?
Yes.
The Trailside Dukes shop. If you
Yes.
need some merch, you can get a hat.
You could get
You
a
can get-
koozie.
You can get a koozie. I think we have some beverage items on there that you can purchase. There's aprons. There's pickleball sets with spring coming, right? Get your Trailside Dukes pickleball set. Just go online and you can grab that. In the description, you can click on the link and you can go get what you need.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, what was that? A little chime ringing.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear that?
What are you talking about? Wow.
Hey, we appreciate you being here. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Ring the bell for notifications. Make sure you get notifications on everything Trailside Dukes. We appreciate you. Keep your sticks on the ice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.